Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The Russians make some claims. I don't think they're surprising claims, but nevertheless, they make it regarding those maritime drones that attacked their surveillance ship in the Black Sea. You know, the three drones that it's footage coming from the Russians, footage coming from the alleged drones. I don't know exactly what happened over there, but anyway, I covered it from both sides, from the Russian side and from the Ukrainian side, with the videos. And now we have some more, as I said, statements coming from the Russians. We find out those maritime drones actually were not really, coordinated or supplied, or the whole action was not in Ukrainian control. There were some other forces behind it, let's put it this mildly. And before I go there, I made yesterday a video on, if you remember, that alleged attack on the Bryansk port, where the Ukrainians claim they blown up a landing ship over there, and they provided a video. I made a video on that article from the Ukrainians with that video, but I had some doubts that was the correct video or the video, because when I was searching for it to make to use certain articles, it gave me articles with the same footage or a similar footage from an attack from a previous year on the same port. But I said, well, this is the article, this is the video the Ukrainians provided. I don't know if they just use it. Is that the one? I didn't go deeper to investigate to see if that's the same footage from a year before. There was some of you draw my attention that, hey, that is actually that video and all that. Well, I made a video on that attack, and I analyzed how those ships were going, and I leaving the port, and that's what it was. So let's go back to this article from today, which is from, say, this is my yesterday video that I posted, where I said that video shows large Russian warship destroyed in Berdyansk by Ukrainian ships leave port. That was from yesterday, and it seems like that video is from a year before that the Ukrainians used in their article. So let's go to the article of today, which is Russia's special operation in Ukraine. Drone boats used in attack on Russian ship Ivan Kurs, launched with US support. The Ukrainians are claiming that they damaged it, which one of the drones shows reaching the left backside of the ship. The Russians claim they destroyed them all, showing one video shooting at one drone, and that explosion did not convince me, but anyway, it showed too close. The unmanned boats used in Ukraine's failed attack on the ship of the Russian Black Sea Fleet Ivan Kurs were launched from a naval operations center in Ochakov, opened with US support in 2018, an informed source told Sputnik. And I'm quoting, "These devices were launched from the Naval Operations Center, opened with the participation of the United States in Ochakov back in 2018. Nothing wrong with that, doesn't prove anything, okay. They were controlled," now it comes a little bit of more information, "were controlled using built-in Starlink satellite internet modules received by Kiev from the United States," end quote, the source said, adding that target designation for these drone boats was provided by American reconnaissance equipment. Well, equipment, all right. The source further indicates that Ukraine has received a batch of new marine drones of Western production for carrying out naval attacks and provocations in the Black Sea. Okay. And I'm quoting, "Despite the boasting of Kiev representatives about the use of drones of their own, that is, Ukrainian production, their profile suggests otherwise, end quote, the source said. And I'm quoting again, the appearance of Ukrainian Mykola type naval drones assembled from components supplied to Kiev by NATO does not correspond to the profile of those that attack Ivan Kursk. Well, it doesn't matter, they are provided with anything they need to attack you, so it doesn't really matter if it was the Brits, if it was the Americans. You already know it. The issue is, what are you gonna do about it? Anything? No. Then shut up. The new drones were likely produced by the United Kingdom, and I'm quoting, which has extensive experience in the creation and combat use of such systems in various regions of the world ocean, end quote, the source said. It was also pointed out that the location of the attack points towards an escalation of the Russian-Ukrainian conflict and the expansion of its geography, and that's true. And I'm quoting, the sabotage against the Russian Navy in the exclusive maritime economic zone of Turkey, more than 200 nautical miles from the area of the Russian-Ukraine conflict, is a continuation of the provocative course of the Anglo-Saxons to escalate and expand its geography, end quote, the source said. So, earlier this week, they used 3 boats, and it says the Russian Defense Ministry indicated the foiled, again, attack ended with all of the offending boats being destroyed by the Russian military 140 kilometers, 87 miles northeast of the Bosphorus Strait. The Ivan Kursk vessel has since continued to execute its duties despite the earlier sabotage attempt. So the Russians deny that any boats damaged anything over there, or their vessel was damaged. They claim it was maybe British made, with US support, with this and that, with communication, all that. And it's what's interesting, nothing new, but only the fact that these guys completed the mission 200 nautical miles away from where the war occurs. And yes, they are right about it. They try to expand it over there. And it was in the economic zone of Turkey. So it was not really, now I don't know the jurisdiction of that, but being in the economic zone, you attack them over there, according to the Russians, attack them over there. It's like, for instance, you have I would say, it's a stretch. I understand that. Let's say Lavrov attends a meeting in Turkey, goes in Ankara or wherever he's going to go, to Istanbul, let's say Ankara, goes over there, and during his trip over there, he gets attacked by some Ukrainian something. Now, how would you call that? Would you call it fair game, fair play, whatever? How are you going to open? He was in for instance, let's say Zelensky would have been bombed together with everybody else in Finland after he or the Ukrainians allegedly attacked Kremlin with those 2 drones to kill, allegedly, Putin. And let's say the Russian says, yes, Weasel, you made a surprise visit to Finland right then. We're going to hit you. Boom, bam. Would it have been justified? I don't think so. So again, I don't think this is justified. First, I don't want to place blame or anything, but I don't think it's... I think the Russians are right. These guys are just expanding the thing, and these guys are not the Ukrainians. These guys are the other guys behind the whole thing. But the important thing is that those boats were capable of attacking a Russian vessel 200 nautical miles away from where the war is. So that's a big achievement. Those little drones, oh shit, and they got over there and they reached the target. And one of the boats, the video shows it really reached the, as I said, left back side of the Russian ship, which I don't think it just over there made contact, waved, and went back. What do you think? Well, I don't know, just guessing. So anyway, my friends, this is it. No surprise here. The only thing is that I don't think it was really, I mean, it pushes it. Then the Russians are gonna what? Start assassinating Ukrainian officials when they visit other countries? Is that what, and then guess what the media is gonna say? Because I haven't heard anything, any blame or any questions raised about what were those drones doing in the economic zone of Turkey. Nothing. They stopped over there. They say, well, they were attacked the Russian spy ship. That's how, spy ship. No, not reconnaissance, but regardless the euphemisms, or whatever you want to call them, special military operation, invasion, unprovoked, I don't really care. In this case, those guys were in the economic zone of Turkey. They should have waited, or maybe they should have picked a different boat. But I think that boat was an easy prey because it was a surveillance spy, and it didn't have the, you know, but the whatever on board. Well, that's it. It was a failed attack, according to the Russians. The other ones did not say anything. I didn't hear anything about, hey, we damaged it. I didn't hear that either from the other side. Maybe you did. I did not yet. I didn't even look deeper because for me it was, the attempt was more important than the success or failure of that attack. The fact that he's able to enter your house in the middle of the night and come at your bed and place a little rose next to you and then go out, you're like, oh shoot, he could have, but he left a rose over next to my pillow. Or you know what I mean? That's more, okay, so that means they can do it. Entered my house and did it. 200 nautical miles in the Turkey economic zone in the Black Sea, with 3 little blah. That's quite an achievement. That means they can do it again and to more important targets. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.